How do you get your first paying photography clients?
You've told people you're a photographer, but your email inbox is kind of crickets. So now what? Hi, I'm Kate Byers, and I've been a photographer for 15 years. I started in weddings, then I landed in high-end portrait photography where I concentrated on wall art. And today, as a single mom, I am mainly a mini session photographer, shooting about 10 weekends per year and making a full-time income. In this video, I'm going to give you 4 tips for getting those first paid clients rolling in the door, plus one tip that probably a lot of people are going to say to you, but I would encourage you to skip altogether. So my first tip is one that has worked for me in real life, and it is an email blast saying that you're offering something but not all of everything for free for a limited time only. In marketing land, this is called a limited time, limited quantity offer. It's a fancy way of saying you're going to create some urgency around booking you, and people are going to get a little bit of something for free because you're going to sweeten the deal. So what's an example? Let's say you're a mini session photographer, you're building that business, you know it's going to be great, you're going to shoot 10 weekends a year and make a full-time income, even 6 figures. So you pick something that's very similar to that mini session model. You send out an email to all of your friends and family and everybody you know that says, for the next week, I will be offering free sessions and 2 digitals. You need to book me by this Friday, but your session can occur anytime in the next month. And that's right, my session is free and you get 2 free digitals, but after that, my normal pricing applies. Now, in this email, you're gonna link your website, you're gonna link your full price list for all of your products, and you're going to have a way to get in touch with you to schedule this free session. Why does this work? Why do we like this? Because yes, after all, it is shooting for free. But here's what it does. Number 1, when you shoot and people like their images, 2 free digitals, 2 free prints, that's really not the whole shebang. So if they did like their images, they are going to buy from you. And number 2 is that gets you into real client mode. These people that book you are really going to be your clients, and you are really going to turn over images for them that you hope that they will buy. So if you show up and do a fantastic job, they are going to tell their friends about you and show their images on social. The second thing that you can do to get those paid clients walking in the door is you can volunteer to shoot events for free. Again, this is a free thing, but let me tell you what the play is. The play is that after the event, so let's say it's a charity polo match or it is a dance recital or something like that. After the event, you're going to let the event organizer send out a link to the gallery where you will have all the images available for free download. Now, do not just send the link. Your link is going to lead to a page that allows them to enter their email address and then they can see the images. And the play here is that you're going to be building your email address list, because the power of your email address list is that the next time you have something to announce that is paid, your mini sessions are booking for the fall, you're starting to fill up on your newborn session slots, or you're accepting weddings for next year. When you go to do that, having a big email address list that you can just blast the word to will result in bookings. The more emails you have, the more you're going to book. Emails are the gasoline in your booking engine. All right, the third way you're going to get clients rolling in the door is you are going to make something to show. Now, this can be a 5x7 card with a little gallery on it. It can be your website. It could even be an album of images in your phone. Then you are going to treat this like a job. You are going to find places in your community that are slightly to very social. You can consider it a total win if you leave that event and you mentioned 1, 2, 10, as many times as possible that you were a photographer and you were able to either send somebody your contact info, show them your images or your website, or talk a little bit in depth about what it is you do. This is not sales. And please let's take the word networking off the table because that sounds so cheesy and deceptive, really. I'm not trying to get you to do any of that. I want you to drum up your courage, get out there in your community and start acting like you are a photographer because you are. Now, What if you don't really have places in your week where you show up with people? If you are still in your 9 to 5 and you're walking a rut between morning coffee, job, back home, dinner, Netflix, then listen, now's the time to create some of those opportunities. And they can be so good for you. This can be so good for your life because what you're going to pick is going to be of interest to you. You can join the polo club. You can join up with any interest group in your area with something that you really want to do, whether it is tennis or even if your kid needs to take soccer, the soccer field is a great place just to talk to people and say, I'm so excited, I'm taking a workshop next week on newborn photography. So you're just gonna pick something you like, show up, have something to show, be brave, don't be scared, show your images, and talk about being a photographer. All right, now I want to tell you the thing that I think you should skip because a lot of people, I don't know what it is, but normal non-photographer people, they seem to think that this is a very good idea. And in my first couple years of business, I was a little bit sold on doing this idea, but then I slowly began to see it was really probably not going to work out. Okay, so a lot of people are going to encourage you to have some sort of like gallery opening or to print your work and put it in a coffee shop or some other public place where people can see it. As we say in the South, bless their little hearts, they don't understand what they're asking you to do. So number one, this is a huge cost. If you print 20 metal prints or 20 canvases, or you have 20 framed pieces, we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. This is not a good move in your first year of business. The chances that somebody is going to see your picture in a coffee shop and then look on the tiny little card and then call you are just very slim. This is not a good marketing move. I would absolutely skip this. However, there is one instance where I think the cash outlay and the return on your investment would actually be very good. And I've heard enough from this type of photographer out there to know that it actually does play out that way in real life. And that is if you are a newborn photographer and you call around and you find an OBGYN, not a pediatrician, an OBGYN, or one of those special ultrasound places where they do the 3D image of the baby, those two offices are great places for you to do a full-scale gallery of your work. Now, there are a couple of caveats. There are a couple of things that actually make this work as a booking engine. Number one, you need to be the only photographer in there. You need to have exclusive rights to that lobby area. You do not want to be mixed in with a whole bunch of other newborn photographers. Number two, you need to have something hanging on the wall that holds your 5x7 card with your contact information. The office needs to allow you to put that up. And you need to be willing to go every week and see if that little container is full or empty and replenish it. This is the only way that I would recommend doing this gallery style marketing is if you are newborn and it is an OBGYN or a ultrasound scanny place and you're willing to go there every week. Now, how do you make that happen? You call around and ask and you say, I would love to decorate your lobby with my work. Here's my portfolio link. Would you like to look at it? And then just know that if you get a yes, you are talking about some significant cash. So if you're willing to invest that and you are ready to go, that I would highly recommend. And last but not least, my very favorite way to get out there and start getting paid clients, and that is show up and shoot for free. It's the same idea as the event where you're hiding the gallery behind an email address collector. And of course, there's a little box there that says, you agree to receive my marketing emails whenever I send them. Where can you go? You can do this anywhere that is not awkward. So don't just show up at a random neighborhood pool. You need to have kind of a tie-in. But if it's your friend that's throwing a birthday party for your daughter's friend at school, you could say, hey, do you want me to do birthday party event photos? I'm happy to just give them to everybody that attended and I'll send you a gallery later. That's a great idea. Or maybe something pops up that's a little bit unique. During the pandemic, I did front porch portraits. A lot of us photographers did. We were home, we were bored, we wanted something creative, and so we did this. Now, I can say that during that front porch portrait time, I gained about 300 new email addresses, which is kind of crazy. Well, not during the whole 2 years. It was just during one summer. So during one summer of the pandemic, I did the front porch portraits, and I just sent the word out to who I knew, and they forwarded, and all of a sudden I had all of these people coming in. Now, that was all free. I actually tied it to a charity, and I raised for the charity, so I let people who were getting the portraits donate directly to the charity, but it did give me all of these new names and contacts in my town. So when we were out of pandemic times, my email list had grown instead of shrinking or being inactive during that time. If you want more content about starting and growing your photography business, I do drop one video every day. Be sure to subscribe so you get the notification on the next one. And if you need a cheat sheet, I have a freebie linked in the comments below for photographers just starting their business. You can download it, check off things as you go, and I hope it helps with that overwhelm a little bit. That's it. See you guys tomorrow.